welcome to another tutorial for Apache Guacamole. Today I'm going to show you how you can make some basic customization to your Apache Guacamole login page and other login screen and other displays in your Guacamole instance. For most people, this requires some sort of web development experience or knowing how to walk around with Linux or different types of web servers. So in this case, I'm just going to show you some little things you can change that may be easy for you all to do, even with not a lot of experience. So we're going to start by changing this logo right here, and we will change the browser's logo as well. And we'll change the writing of Apache Guacamole. We'll replace it with something else, and we're also going to replace this Apache version number below. And then we'll log in and make some other changes, or I'll show you how to make some other changes with specific things inside of Guacamole. But I just want to let you know that any change you make once you upgrade your Guacamole instance, you have to go make those changes again. Just because it installs the new files and stuff, and all the changes you've made gets replaced. So the first thing we want to do is go into the command line, and you're going to want to change, before we change our directory to where we're supposed to be, I'm going to show you here. I have a logo folder, and I have a logo in there. It has a weird name, but that's the name that Guacamole uses for its logo. So that's how it's going to be. So that's mine. You can do yours. You can make your own logo, but make sure you convert it to SVG before you upload it. If not, it's not going to work. So now we're going to go into where we are going to make those changes. So that is located in var opt tomcat9 webapps, I believe. Okay. So I'm just going to go to opt. Oh, okay. It's var lib. My apologies. Var lib. Then we're going to go to, I'll paste the commands below in the description. So we're going to go to tomcat9, and then we'll cd to webapps, and then we want to go to Guacamole, and then images. Okay, that's the first thing we're doing. So we're replacing the images. So there's a couple of things here you need to know. First of all, for any logo you change, you got to make sure that you change the group ownership and the user ownership to Tomcat, okay, just so it works correctly. There's three things for the logo 144 and the logo 64 PNG. It replaces the browser, the Apache Guacamole browser logo, okay? And then for the guac-tricolor.svg, that's actually the logo that we have right here to change, okay? I already replaced the logo 144 and logo 64 with my own logo, but now I'm going to show you guys what you can do to replace the guac-tricolor, which is this one right here. So what you want to do is remove it. So in this case, I'm going to delete it. And then I'm going to use a command to copy or move the logo I have in my logo folder into this images directory or folder, tricolor, okay, .svg, and then we're going to move that. And now if we look, it's in there. If we check for the permissions, we'll see that it's being owned by Tomcat. It's being owned by root as of right now. So what we're going to do is run the command chown, and then we'll do Tomcat for the user, and then we'll paste the file name to get that changed. And then we'll do the same chgroup, and we'll do the group Tomcat, and we'll do that. If we do ls-l again, now we can see that that has changed to Tomcat. So let's restart Guacamole and Tomcat to make sure that our changes did go through. So I'm gonna do a refresh. Okay, changes didn't. Sometimes your browser is gonna cache a lot of this stuff and then it causes problems. Okay, you can see the logo changed. My logo is weird. It's just a random logo I created for this. I couldn't find my actual logo for my channel when I created this video, but you can see the logo has been replaced with something else that I created. Okay, and you can also see the browser logo has been replaced as well. Okay, so we got that taken care of. So now the next thing we need to do is change the Apache Guacamole writing. So for that, we're gonna go back. We wanna be just in the Guacamole folder before we went to images, and we wanna cd into translations, okay? All of the changes that we're gonna make next are in this translation folder. So we wanna find English, which is what our Apache Guacamole is currently running in. It's running in the English language. So you want to do nano or use VI, your favorite text editor, whichever one it is, and open the en.json file. Okay. First, in the beginning, you want to see it starts by saying the name. The name is what is displayed right here. So if we change that, let's say in this case, we do geek together and we make that change. Every time we make a change, we have to restart Tomcat for it to take place. It doesn't automatically work unless you restart Tomcat. So for the version number, which is what's displayed down here, you can change that and put anything of your choice. So in this case, you can put like a disclaimer on there and say warning, this is for authorized all right, there we go. You can put anything you want. That's just an example. So we're gonna go ahead and save, and we will restart Tomcat. And once we do that, if we go back and restart our Apache Guacamole, as you can see, our changes did go through. Now we have Geek Together, and then we have below here sort of our warning that we change that to. Before we go any further, I want to advise you that anytime you make any changes or before you start making these changes, you should take a backup of this en.json file before you make any changes. So if you screw anything up, you can go back and make changes. But for some reason, if you mess yours up, you can always reach out to me and I'll get you a clean copy. But we're gonna go back in there, and there's some other things that we can change. So I'm gonna log in here as the admin, and once we log in, you can see the most of this text displayed on here can be changed. You can change this to what you like. You can change this. You can change this. If you go the same to settings, you can change most of this text and include something else. For example, if you're using LDAP and you want to let your administrators know that you're using LDAP so they know how they're administrating the users, you can also add that in here. The same with connections. If you wanted to add a note for your administrators, you can add that here as well. So we're gonna start with this front page. So I'm gonna open my command line. I'm gonna move this to the side a little bit, and I'll show you how to change the recent connections or all connections to something else. So we're just gonna go in here. I'm lazy and I don't want to make this video so long, so I'm just gonna search for recent connections. Okay, oops. Okay, recent connections. There we go. So we can see the section headers on here, which are section headers are for these headers at the top. So we have two that we can change. We have the all connections one and the recent connection one. For this, you can add something here like, let's say, all geek together connections, or you can just do geek together connections, and then you can do recent geek together connections, just to make it kind of look branded, specific to your organization. So restart that again one more time. My apologies, we're going to be logging in and out a lot of times today. So there we go. You can see those were changed as well, and this is going to stay that way no matter what, unless you upgrade or update your Guacamole instance to a different version. But for now, you don't have to worry about that. The changes are gonna stay. Okay. The same for no recent connections. You can change that. I'm just gonna show you how to do one more change and then we're gonna leave. But if you guys have any specific questions about this, you can always reach out. If you want to change specific things, you can reach out to me and I will help you as much as I can, or show you how to do it, or probably make a video about it. That way everyone can learn how to do that. So for example, if we go to users, we can come back here, go to our en.json, and we can search for, okay, so this is the help for users. Most of the text in the settings side for the different tabs, they're gonna call them help, and then the section name. So this one is for help users. So here we can add do not create accounts because we use some ADFS blah blah. Okay, and once you save that, if you restart again, and once we go back and refresh, log in again as admin, we go in there to settings, you can see our text was added. So it is a good thing. Just to let you know that the en.json is where most of this the changes can be made in regards to the text in the UI for Apache Guacamole. So you can kind of customize it to be able to look like what you want it to look like. There's a lot of things you can change. It's very important for some people. Like the logout text, you can add that on there. For me, I use this for one of my clients that I work with Apache Guacamole. Since they have SAM or ADFS integrated into their Apache Guacamole, when their users log out, their session stays persistent. So they want a way that they can notify their users to close their browser when they log out, so it can completely clear out everything. You can also change this text if you wanted to. So we can go on here and we'll search for, let's just search for logged out and see where it says you have been logged out. You can go on here and say please close your browser to completely close your sessions. Okay, and when you save that, yes, and you restart Tomcat again, and once you refresh, and log in again. It's annoying, but you log in again, and once you log out, now it displays that message on there. You can change this one. You can change a lot of things. You just need to come in here into the en.json file and look for what you're trying to find. But like I said, you want to be careful and make changes only to things that you absolutely understand. You don't want to change something because this file is very important. If we make and screw something up, for example, if I come here and I remove this and I save it and I refresh it, it can mess up your whole guacamole instance. It can make things look all weird. Like now you can see everything is looking all weird just because of that one simple mistake I made. So you want to be very careful, and I would say back up this file before making changes, or only change the stuff that you're absolutely sure. For me, a lot of the times I take time before I make changes on a production system. But since most of you, I guess you're doing this at home, I'll say just back up the file. And if you screw something up, you just need to restore it and you should be good to go. So that brings us to the end of this video. I just thought I should share this with you guys. So if you have any questions, please leave it down in the comment section below. If there's anything specific you want to change, either because it is for your organization or just for you and you want your guacamole to look different from others, and you just can't find how to do it, you can always reach out to me, either by sending me an email or just leaving a comment in the comment section below, and I'll help you as soon as I can. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us go a long way in creating these videos. So thank you once more and have a great day.